I just arrived out to my little cottage, and I'm not here to actually spend time in the cottage, but rather just to park my bike and grab my bag and head down to the lake that is just around the corner, a small walk from here, where they have just finished plowing the 24-kilometer ice skating track. And I usually try to do this as often as I can, but there has not been enough good ice and enough cold so that they can get out and plow away the snow. And now finally it happened last week, so I am super excited to get into my skates and get out on this lake. It is late afternoon right now, and it will be getting dark quite soon, but that might not actually be a bad thing, because in the middle of the day, especially on a sunny day, there's a lot of people on this lake. But later in the evening, and especially at night, I love skating in the moonlight. There is a lot less people, and it is just a very nice atmosphere. So let's head down to the ice and get the skates on. For quite many years now, I have been using the kind of skates that just strap onto my regular hiking boots. And I use them for the versatility. Basically, I can pack them in any backpack or strap them outside of a backpack. And I can just wear my regular boots going out, strap the skates on, go skating, take a break without getting any snow into the boots, which might mess them up for when you want to take off again. Yeah, I just really like it. It's not as fast and not as technical as the real ice skates, if you will, but I really enjoyed it, and it's good enough for me. Parts of this ice require some pretty intense levels of concentration. Not great for filming at the same time, but I'm doing my best. And it's still pretty great to be out, but it's really hard right now. The combination of the wind and the headwind is kind of too much, but I guess when I get a little bit further out, maybe the wind direction can change a bit, maybe even the quality of ice, but otherwise I'll just have to take it one step and then the next. The way they plow this lake is a few different intersections like this. So the first one I passed makes a 3-kilometer round. This one makes a 6-kilometer round. There is a 9-kilometer one, 12-kilometer and 24-kilometer. My aim was the 24-kilometer, but let's see how it goes. I am not completely hopeful at this point. One of the things that happened to me pretty quickly when I'm out in the cold, moving around like this, is that my beard and my mustache is freezing into a little block of ice. A lot of blocks of ice, actually. And I have to either just accept that I have a beard full of ice or clean it from ice pretty frequently. But that's nice, that's part of the experience. One of the things I love the most is ice skating in moonlight. And it is approaching full moon, and it's getting darker, so this is lovely. I came into another part where I have quite a lot of headwind, Although the ice here has been much better. So, well, touch wood, I almost made it to the halfway point, 12 kilometers in. I've been out for 37 minutes. I think that's a pretty good state. It means an hour and 20 minutes to get the whole 24k. A little bit of a break somewhere to have a sandwich and some water. And hopefully tailwind coming back, which would mean a lot faster skating. I just turned around the halfway mark and I came into this area that is impossible to skate. Seriously, I am like stuck every 50 centimeters, but I really hope this is not I really hope this is not going on for long. But I have the full moon just in front of me. I guess this is a little bit of a help in the misery. Oh, come on now, little lake. Give me slightly better ice, please. I don't want this. It is 15 minutes later and the ice is still completely horrible. It's going to be a solid challenge to get all the way back, but now since I made it halfway, there's not really any turning back. I'll just have to take it slowly but steadily and hope that it gets slightly better. I don't have that much hope right now because it's been completely terrible for quite a while. But let's see. Oh, it is, finally, it is clearing up now. Look at this. Oh, finally. I haven't been able to take one proper skate like this for the last 20 minutes. This is amazing. Oh. Okay, and I have tailwind now and better ice. My faith in this little ice skating tour is restored. I turn around the last corner and I will have tailwind for most of the way back now, together with some pretty solid ice. The difference between headwind and tailwind is insane. Not only because it's more energy consuming to go against the wind, but also because of the noise level. When you go against the wind, you have this constant wind noise in your ears. But now going with the wind, it's almost like I'm just flying and completely silent, just hearing the sound of the skates touching the ice one by one. And this good ice on a lake with full moon and tailwind might just be the best thing in life. It's honestly such a joy, and I wish I could take you all with me on this part of this little tour. I am closing in to the end of my round, but this spot with the mansion in the background and the public pier is just so beautiful that I want to have my sandwich break right here. Honestly, it doesn't really matter that much that the ice was super bad at times. Starting off in daylight and finishing off in darkness with the full moon available every now and then. It is such a joy. And I'm very soon making it back to the cottage. I thought I might have my sandwiches in the cottage and make a cup of tea. But it's, to be fair, going to be very, very cold in the cottage. I think having sandwiches right here at the end of the 1 hour and 45 minute track is a very good idea. I need this refill. I will also go dancing tonight, so it's a very active day. I realized this pier here is prepped for winter swimming. A small hole, but probably enough to get in, which is not something I will be doing. That would be quite disastrous. Instead, I am going to make it the last little part of the journey. It's less than 1 kilometer to go now. And it looks like the ice is pretty solid this last part. Hello, little full moon. Looking very neat up there, lighting up the path for me and also creating a little bit of a magic atmosphere for the end of my tour. Coming around the last turn, the last 100 meters. The wind is picking up again. Oh, I'm not wishing myself back into that state where I was in the beginning. And here, towards the end, we get a little trial of the ice quality that we experienced in the beginning. Oh. That is the goalpost. I think if I will do this again tomorrow, I might actually choose a different lake to skate on, but more importantly, I need to bring my poles. I usually always skate with poles, but I forgot them. I was a little bit in a hurry. I didn't really want to go down to my storage in the basement to pick up the poles. And I think this ice skating trip would have been infinitely easier if I had those poles. Both keeping balance, stability, keeping up speed, being less prone to fall. Thank you very much for joining me on this little full moon ice skating tour. I was very happy to get to talk to someone along this little tour, and hopefully you enjoyed following along. Starting off at the cottage and finishing off at the cottage. But actually I'm not even going to make it inside there. I'm just going to make it back to the flat. It's about 5 or 10 minutes of biking, and then have a shower and heat up a little bit. That will be very nice, and I will see you in another video.